What is going on, everybody? We have an interesting topic for tonight. Tonight, if you can read the title of the video, which I'm partially forgetting, is how you can get the best deal on a car with your tax return in 2020. As you know, we have the car dealership up there that I'm at, and I'm going to give you the advice on what you should do and how to get the best deal on a car with your tax return, if that's what you're going to spend it on in 2020. And the advice, don't buy a car. That's the advice. There you go. End of the video. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to really end the video right there. I did a little carrot on the stick thing there for you guys. But no, but the reality is this is the worst time of the season of the year to buy a car. Because the problem is most of you guys are getting tax returns back, right? So that's naturally what ends up occurring, and dealerships know that, and they prey on people that are not used to having that amount of money in their pockets or their bank accounts. And so what they do is they raise all their prices. They charge you more for the car, knowing that you don't know otherwise because you haven't bought a car all year, right? You've either taken the bus, rode a bike, you've been piecing together the car you had in your driveway, and you've just been waiting for your tax return to come back so you can get a car. And dealerships know that, and they prey on that. So what they're basically going to do is they raise their prices around February and March through that whole time period. Actually, I think now that they start doing that crap in December, they start raising them in January too. But January, February, March. Sorry, my nose is itching. I got allergies, so it's always itching. January, February, March, they're going to raise the prices of everything, and a little bit in April too, of all the cars. And you're going to go buy a car that would sell right now at our lot for maybe $2,000-3,000, and you're going to go spend $3,000-5,000. And all of the car dealers go in, they buy all these cars. So all the prices go up at the auction. The reason the prices go up, they never go up on the expensive cars. They only go up on the cars that are in the $3,000 to $5,000 range, because that's all people can afford. So they'll put a price ticket on it of $9,000 or something outrageous, because you don't know any better, because you don't buy cars every single month. You don't know how it works. And it's supply and demand. Well, the supply of people with $3,000 to $4,000 in their pocket just went up to here during tax season, and the rest of the year drops back down to here, right? So what they do is they increase the price because they're going to make most of their money that way. So the smartest thing you can do is to buy a car after tax season. So take the tax check that you got, file your taxes late. Okay, file your taxes late if you can. If you're relying on it, is what it is. There's sometimes people aren't going to listen to me anyways. They're going to still do whatever they want to do. But this is just honest advice. If you get in your tax check, file it later, so that you get it later. So what happens is these dealerships, they buy up all these cars and they try to make all their money during tax season. I am so wise. Thank you, Sam Newman. I appreciate it, buddy. Just trying to give honest advice here. So what'll happen is the prices of cars in January, February, March will go like this, because that's when everybody has the money and they have no idea the prices have gone up because they weren't looking for a car prior to that. Then you hit February, you hit March, April, and then there's a correct back down because now dealers have been buying cars January, February, March because they've gotten all this extra cash. So they're trying to now offload all those cars for a lot lower prices because all the money's gone out of the system. It's all done and uncirculated, right? So they run them all back through the auction, trying to get what they can to at the very end that they didn't sell, and then that, or they sell them on their lot for a lot cheaper than they've been going for any other time. So the sweet spot for you is to get your tax check around March or April time. Save onto it, hold on to it, because and a lot of other companies do this. They'll do specials and everything like that around this time period because they know people have money that are not used to having money. No offense to anybody, it's just the reality. And basically you're gonna blow your money on stuff that's higher priced, and that's what keeps you in this vicious cycle constantly. And then what the repo guys tell us is they call it hurricane repo season. So you go out and you get yourself a $15,000 car for $5,000 down because that's what you got on your tax check. You got a $15,000 car that you couldn't afford, and then you end up getting repossessed in May and June. and that's what they call hurricane repo season. And it's a cyclical process. It happens from January to April. Then May and June they repo you, and then they start this process back all over again. And that kind of pays all their bills for the remainder of the year, all the money they make. Imagine the amount of money they make off of you guys in 2 to 3 months that pays for their car lots for the entire year. That's how much money is just thrown out there because people are uneducated in the fact that they just wait and they hold on to this money, that in May and June and July, they'll get insane deals because dealers are trying to get rid of that money because they got their floor plans on them or stuff like that, and they're just trying to unload cars. So if you are wanting a car this tax season, wait until May, June, and July. You will get a great deal then, because then there's no more money out of the circulation. Then you go out there and you offer them cash. You say, hey, look, I got cash. I want to buy the car in full. Then you never risk getting repoed if you pay in full for your car. That is always key. So then you get to keep your car with your money. That is your money you got back from the government for either overpaying on taxes or whatever purpose that you got it back for. And you deserve to keep it. And you don't deserve to be taken advantage of because a dealership's going to raise their prices to 2 to 3 times the price of a car just because they know that you have money and they're trying to take it from you. So yeah, I would, if it was me, and I'm working at a car dealership and everything, I know how it all works. So I'm telling you guys, and I don't know what car dealership would tell you not to buy a car, but we are. And we're just being honest because, I mean, we sell cars for the same prices all year round. We don't really care. We don't get into that kind of stuff. But everybody else does. So just pay attention. Be smart with your money. Spend your money if you need to on a car, I guess. But it's really the worst time of year to buy a car, in all honesty. How you're not a professor in economics? I took an economics class in college, actually. I actually majored in finance. So I know a little bit about economics. Not very much. I'm not an expert. So I know how supply and demand works. I think everybody else kind of understands that. If there's more people with $4,000 out there, guess what? The supply of cars is now going to be $4,000, even though that same car was $2,000. The supply of people with money goes up, so the demand for those periods of cars. You'll see car dealers that sell nice stuff all over the place, grabbing the cheapest, crappiest cars. You'll see them all over the lot. They're starting to stack up now. They're starting to buy them now. That's why all the prices went up at the auction, but we didn't get anything this week because all the prices were so high because dealers are already doing it. They're buying cars that typically we sell. We sell the below $4,000 car range, unless we're upgrading you or whatever like that. Then we get nicer stuff in for those people, but most of the time our cars are under $3,000 to $4,000, but everybody floods in and does that, right? So they'll get those same exact cars that we get that would sell for $3,000-$4,000. They're gonna get them and they're gonna mark them for $6,000 or $8,000 because you don't know otherwise. I mean, if you're not looking for a car, you don't know what the regular price of a car is. The funny thing is, then you're gonna sit there and say, oh well, I guess it makes sense because it's on Kelley Blue Book. Well, Kelley Blue Book's in with the car dealerships too. That's why there's 3 prices on Kelley Blue Book for the exact same car. Are there 3 prices on your house? How much your house is? No, you don't have 3 prices on your house. Your house is the price of your house. No, but you've got 3 prices on your car on Kelley Blue Book, right? You got the retail value, which is the price the dealership's going to charge you. You got the private party value, which is actually the realistic value. That's how much somebody on the street would give you cash for the car. And you got the trade-in value. It's the same freaking car. It's the same piece of metal. It really is. How is it 3 different prices? How is it you can go to a dealership and pay more? It's because they charge you more, because they add in all the fees, they give you the bank financing, but now you've got the money. You got your tax check. You're in charge. So they know this. They don't want you to have the leverage. They want you to need their bank so that they can repo the cars and all this other stuff that they do. So they raise the prices to even higher levels than they would normally be at. So a typical car that you would probably sell all year round for, $3,000-$4,000 like we do, or even honestly, sometimes $1,500 to $2,000. I mean, they're going to throw these cars out there to you guys for, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000. And the money they're going to make off is going to be outrageous. It's going to float their dealership the entire year so they can do it again to you. And they're going to be living off of your tax return or your hard-earned money that you worked for, or maybe you didn't work for and you got a tax credit back. Either way, it's your money. It's you deserve the money, and it's for you for a car, but they're going to do it so that they can take advantage of it, take your money, and repo you. So just be smart with you guys' money this year. Buy a car. Wait till, word of advice, don't ever buy a car from a place called CarMart. They are as bad as Automart. I don't know of either one of those 2 places. But I've only ever bought my car at Toyota of Melbourne, and from my grandpa. I got my Corolla from Toyota Melbourne, and I got my Sequoia from my grandpa because he was going to get another car. So those are two Toyotas. Those are what I own, and Toyotas are great. I love them. And Toyota Melbourne is an awesome place. They hooked us up really well. Great people down there. So if you're looking for a new car, highly recommend Toyota of Melbourne. They're awesome people down there, and they really take care of them. I think the guy that we usually deal with is Jim Hamera. Real big dude, super tall dude, but super nice guy too. Very, very, very nice guy. Drives a little car. It's very surprising to me. I was very surprised. I think it's like is it a Prius that he drives? Yeah, he drives some little Prius or like a little Corolla. Like I'm in my little Corolla, and I'm not a tall dude. I'm like 5'9", 5'10" maybe, depending on the grocery store that I'm walking into or the Quickie Mart. But I'm right around that range, right? And so, but he's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a big dude. And he's getting in his little car, and it's the funniest thing. It's like Mike at the car lot. He's got this little dog, this little corgi. You know, so I don't get it, but maybe it's a big dude thing. Maybe if I was taller, I'd want a smaller car. I don't know, whatever. But either way, they're actually a really, really awesome dealership, and we had a really, really great experience with them. So if you are looking for a car, and you want a new one, Toyota Melbourne is a really, really awesome place. They're right over there on US 1. By the Tasty Freeze, which I was corrected. I call it Tasty Freeze. It is, I guess, called Dell's Freeze is the official name of it. It is irrelevant. You sell cars to the American man because you are the American man. I sell cars for the working man because I am the worker. I sell cars for the American. What does Dan Aykroyd say in that man Tommy Boy? I sell cars for the working man. That's who I am, and that's who I care about, or whatever. I love Tommy Boy. But yeah, Dell's Freeze. That is the place to be, man. US 1 up there by Sarno Road. If you need ice cream, that place is legit. Just bring cash because they don't take cards. Bummer. So I always never have cash when I'm driving by. I'm like, ugh, freaking food. The ice cream is so good. Dell's the original owner. Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, I don't know why I always called it Tasty Freeze, but that's what I always refer to it as. But I sell car parts for the American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about. Oh my gosh. That is an awesome movie. Tommy Boy is an amazing movie. If you want to watch that is awesome. I mean, literally, it's like why they put a guarantee on the box? Because they're selling you a lousy guaranteed pile of shit. He's like, you want to put a guarantee on the box. He's like, it makes your feels good, the guarantee fairy's gonna come along, maybe they'll put a little guarantee under your pillow. And he's like, meanwhile, he's over there knocking your daughter up. I can't even right now. Oh my god, I love Chris Farley. I'm so sad that he died. He was awesome. I love all those movies. Black Sheep and Tommy Boy I almost thought were the same movie at one point. Communism, that's why you call it the wrong name. Communism. Well, this is taking a turn. You try to give people advice, and now you're a communist, I guess. Next thing you know, I'll be fixing elections and all sorts of other crazy shit. So I did not know my power reached this far. Oh my gosh. Anyways, guys. Not to get off subject, I guess, so to speak, but yeah, just giving you guys a heads up on that. If you are planning on buying a car, do not do it during tax season. Do it after tax season. If you're the type of person that can't handle having the money in your bank and you have to spend it, I know there's like this it's burning a hole in your pocket mentality. If you're doing that, I came in this video and totally screwed you up. Nah, dude, you're good, bro. You're good. This is my best friend Sam Newman on here, guys, just giving me a hard time. So he's obviously a communist because I know him personally. No, but anyways, man. Now you got me off track again. Damn it, Sam. You do this all the time. Anyways, yeah, just wait till after tax season. If you're one of those people that money burns hole in your pockets, I know plenty of them. Get it late so you don't have that problem. But wow, I think anybody that is ran by ADHD pros. I have ADHD. Now I'm offended, Becky. I'm actually partially, no, I'm just playing. I don't get offended by anything, but I actually do have ADHD. But that being said, that's why I'm always so hyper and always wound up, and that's why it's like 9:30. I worked 12 and a half hours at my other job today from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Actually 6:30. And I didn't have a lunch or anything like that, and I'm still wound up and wired, and probably won't go to bed till midnight because it's just. But anyways, but yeah, no. So buy a car after tax season. By May, June, July, the later you can wait, the better. August is like one of the slowest times to buy a car because people are going back to school, right? So people aren't spending money because they're spending the money on their kids' school. That is like one of the best times to buy because no dealerships are selling money. August and December, those are the two slowest months out there. Because kids are going back to school, so there's a lot of spend on back to school stuff, and then Christmas, obviously, there's a lot of spend on families, holidays, vacations, all this kind of stuff. So if you want to buy a car, the two cheapest months, August, December, buy a car there, save your tax check till then, and you will get a great deal. Every time I open the door, I hear a bald eagle scream. It's a communist comment. It's just because what he is. Sam Newman is actually a veteran, and he is a really great guy. And he's going to school for get his marketing degree. So he's a kick-ass dude. And if anybody knows him, you can still give him shit though because he's probably a communist in disguise or a reptilian. He might be a reptilian, if anything. I'm not sure exactly yet. We're still in the case. That's why that's why I try to stay close to him. I got to try to make sure he's not messing anything up for us. You know what I mean, guys? So as Daniel and you should have seen him today. I should have seen him today. We have cameras. No, I paused for dramatic effect. I don't know if it worked, but anyways, guys, I gotta take care of some stuff. Help my wife with some stuff. She is pregnant and sitting on the couch, so I need to help her out with a few things before I go to bed. So I just promised you guys I'd go live every night. So I'm gonna come up with some new material. It ain't all gonna be about just us trying to sell cars, because I mean tonight was about us not trying to sell cars. It was about you guys don't buy cars. It was a totally different message. We'll see if it works. Who knows? But either way, we're just giving you guys some advice. Trying to help everybody out the best we can. So with that, guys, if you could like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you guys want to do. Now you're wanting ice cream. I know. I don't eat ice cream so much as I get a big bag from Sam's Club of frozen blueberries, and I have that every night. Funny story real quick before I go. My wife over here, who's now, look at her sitting there on the couch, she's covering her eyes because she she thought I died the other night because I got new blueberries from Sam's Club, and they apparently have I don't know, the skin on them maybe just makes you bluer. I don't know when you eat them. I don't know what it was, but I ate the bowl, right? I get this big frozen bowl of blueberries. I eat it like it's ice cream because it's healthier, right? And anyway, so it made my lips all blue and my tongue blue, and then I fell asleep, right? I didn't get to brush my teeth or anything. I got tired and I just passed out right after eating the blueberries. Needless to say, she thought I died because she sees me not moving with blue lips, thinking that I basically suffocated right next to her on the bed. So she was like, "Oh my God!" And now, if you've never been woken up by somebody who thinks you're dead, I mean, maybe some people on here have. I don't know. Depends on how heavily you drink. Maybe it depends on how old you are. I don't know. But either way, being woken up as if you may have just died. I mean, at least I know she cares. I mean, this is the way she woke me up. So that was a sidetrack. You guys all have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go help her out. So before I head up to the sack there, guys. But I love you guys. Comment, share, subscribe, all that, you guys. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. See ya.